Southern Love by Tyler Walker.
Apollo Hayes thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread.
A southern gent in the streets and does things that would make your mama blush in the sheets.
All his sexy shenanigans have led him to need to get away for a bit.
A nice cabin in the woods where he can be alone with his thoughts and nature.
Jade Ambers. She's not leaving her little slice of solitude.
They decide to share the cabin.
They share a few other things too.
Tired of YouTube putting a damper on the spice?
You'll find it in all its unedited glory on TylerWalker.com.
Be sure to use code SAVE40 to score a 40% discount.
Do us a favor and hit that like a subscribe button. Let Miss Tyler know you're enjoying all the heat she's bringing to you.
That way we can continue to bring the good stuff straight to your listening ears.
You're listening to Tyler Walker's Southern Love. Chapter 1. Apollo. I finished my last action scene and the adrenaline is still coursing in my veins. The feeling made my heart go wild, and I plan to go to the gym to expel this extra energy. I need to let loose and just do what I gotta do. When I walk in my private dressing room, a woman is waiting for me. To be exact, she's the leading lady of my latest movie, The Justice. Damn, this is the perk of being Apollo Hayes. The hottest action star of this generation, the scion of the South, one of the last good old boys, and the bad boy of Hollywood, the god Apollo. Well, I'm not related to the god Apollo in Greece. It's just that women always kneel in front of me, and they worship my shaft. Like, always. Dare I say, I've proven it. The stunning woman waiting for me is the greatest example. Amanda Swan is one of the hottest leading ladies of this generation. She's also someone I get to play with from time to time. I can say that this woman likes it wild and hot. Hey, I greet her as I lock the door behind me. Of course, I know why she's here. Women come and go inside this dressing room. They only come here for one thing, my godly shaft. It's synonymous with my name. I grin as Amanda stands up, and the robe she's wearing falls to the ground. She's naked and only wearing her heels. I lick my lips as I stare at the delicious meal in front of me. I sit on the sofa and I gesture for her to come.
I hate to put a stop to a good time, but it looks like we've hit this platform's limit for spiciness.
This platform's got some rules we have to play by if we want to keep giving you these stories for free.
And trust me, this scene isn't something you want to miss.
While we can't get into all the details here, you can still dive into the full, uncut version at TylerWalker.com.
Miss Tyler has an entire collection of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks waiting for you.
And the best part? You can treat yourself with 40% off when you use the code SAVE40.
That's right. You'll save on any digital product, even bundles that are already discounted.
Miss Tyler would never let anyone feel the kind of disappointment you must be feeling right now.
So why wait? Treat yourself with Miss Tyler.
When I arrive home, a friend sent me a message and a video. Hey bro, you have it good. It's on the internet. It's the message before the video. What? I open the video and Amanda's face appears on it. Then our sweat session from earlier displays on the screen. Damn it. A graphic video of her and me is on the internet. Who took it? Amanda! I shout her name like a wild animal. Of course, she's the only one inside with me. Then I receive a text from her. You did me a huge favor, honey. I'm on top of the list of the hottest women of the year. Amanda. I tremble in anger and grit my teeth. If Amanda ever shows me her face, I'm going to skin her alive.
Chapter 2. Jade. Are you excited? My boss, Alfred, asks me. I threatened him that I would quit if he won't give me a vacation. I swear the man is a slave driver, but he also pays well. But the only downside to it is that you won't have any time left for other things. Alfred's always on the go. This time, though, I managed to persuade him. He gave me a vacation leave for a month, and he even allowed me to stay in his residence in Blueville Valley. Blueville Valley is the home for the stars. I've read articles, seen videos and photos of the town. I've fallen in love with it. And of course, as a hardcore celebrity fan, I can happily go to heaven if I see my favorite celebrity. I laugh like I won the lottery. Moynihan View is always my dream. I've heard that you can meet celebrities randomly there. Oh my God. I jump up and down like a kid that got her candy. Well, I'm not embarrassed. I'm always open about my feelings. Alfred only shakes his head and chuckles. Do you know that I've been looking forward to this for a very long time? I've been saving money too. I didn't know that you'll give me this opportunity. You're so cool, boss. Yeah, I hope you like it there, he tells me. Then he hands me a key. It's the key to the place you'll stay in. Well, it's not me. I stop him from talking with my shout as I grab the key from his hands. Alfred grimaces as I run out. I don't bother listening to him, as all I can think about is my trip and showing off to my colleagues. See you after a month, boss, I shout as I run to my office mates, waving the key in front of them. They crowd around me. Jade, bring me a souvenir. Maybe you'll meet a star, Cynthia says to me as she hands me a notepad. Have them right here. Me too. Me too. I laugh as I listen to their words. Finally, after 3 whole years with nonstop work, I can breathe a sigh of relief for now. My dream is coming true, and I can now visit Blueville Valley with an all-expense trip paid by the company. Of course, I say to them. Who knows, I might have an opportunity to taste celebrities' lips? Never, my friends say in unison as we laugh, if given a chance. I might just grab it. I drive my car on the lonely highway of Route 67. All I can see are the trees and the animals running on the side of the road, sometimes running across the street. The mountains are in front of me, and I feel like I'm close to nature. Blueville Valley is just a few miles away from my position right now. I've traveled for almost 6 hours, and it's nearly nighttime. It's tiring driving alone, but it's the thrill of the ride, I guess. I haven't done this since my college life. Fortunately, I already have a place to stay and don't have to go to the hotels to have temporary lodging. I hum my favorite song as I listen to the radio. My head bangs and shakes to the tune as I drive leisurely. I miss going on vacation. It's been 3 years since I started working with Boss Alfred, and I'm one of his best employees. I, Jade Ambers, values work ethics and professionalism. Well, sometimes I let go of professionalism as my boss treats me like a friend. After a few more miles of driving, I can see Blueville Valley as I go down the hill. I can't resist as I stop and take a picture. Then I go back to the car. In all my 29 years of existence, I've been to places, but not as picturesque as this town in front of me. I can see the town from my position, and I'm getting closer to it. The golden sunset adds to its beauty. It makes me breathless as I watch the sun, as the stars and the moon slowly replace it. It's a sight to behold. I also stare at the people as they come and go across the streets, with smiles on their faces. Wow, I've never seen a small town this beautiful or progressive. So far, I haven't seen one celebrity, though. I drive past the establishments as I go to my address. It's a bit secluded, as Alfred has said, so I follow along with the map he gave me. Then I arrive in front of a regular-sized house. Or better to call it a cabin. It's simple, but beautiful and cozy. I park my car, jump out like a kid, and open the door with my key. The place is well maintained and clean without spots. Damn, it looks like I have to thank Alfred when I come back. He prepared the house. I can't believe that he'll do this for me. How sweet. He usually doesn't care about these things. I look around, and it's complete with everything. Kitchen, living room, and 1 bedroom. I smile as I check the bed. I jump on it and roll over. I laugh loudly. This is better than those high-class hotels. I don't even have to pay for anything. Even if I buy food, I can have the company reimburse my expenses. Tomorrow I'll go and check the town. Maybe I'll meet some celebrities. I shout as I feel overly excited. Then I make myself busy, dragging my things inside. I only have one big luggage, one small luggage, and a backpack. It's a lot, but come on, I should be ready with anything. Maybe I'll party or go on a date. I place my clothes in the cabinet as I listen to Beyoncé's songs on my phone. I'm looking forward to a beautiful vacation, and who knows, I might become a star. I laugh at the absurd thought. I have a feeling, though, this vacation will change my life.
Chapter 3. Apollo. As I've expected, the producer called me to his office. He's smoking a cigar while leaning on his swivel chair, his feet on the top of his desk. He's bald and has a full beard like a mafia boss. "You've really messed up." He grits his teeth, uttering every word clearly. "Sir," he cuts me off. "You'll still speak like I don't know you. Stop talking crap to me, Apollo. I don't know what they teach you all in the South, but this is California. Like you have damn concern for your image." He looks like he's about to eat me alive, and he stubs his cigarette to the ashtray. "I know, sir. This time it is different. I swear." But I really want to curse and yell at him, but I just can't. Crap, why is nobody listening to me? I'm a freaking victim too. Of all the women, of all the dirties you can take all day, you did Amanda Swan. Are you out of your mind? The producer yells at me while pointing his finger on my face. Amanda is known for her pure, innocent image. All the blame's on me, like I am the dirtiest Playboy star for doing their Amanda Swan. I can admit to the Playboy star, but no to freaking hell with Amanda's image. No one's going to believe me, of course. You're right, sir, I am done, I say sarcastically. I said this with the confidence. Any producer will want me. I'm a money-making machine, baby. As long as my name's on it, your show is guaranteed to earn by millions in revenue. I'm that hot. You can still fix this. I want to give you another chance. His voice sounds sincere. I roll my eyes inwardly. See? My face lights up after hearing it. What do you want me to do, sir? And of course I know not to push things. Get lost, he says to me straight. What do you mean, sir? What the hell? He told me to get lost? Get lost. Come back when the freaking scandal dies. Damn! Do you want me to spell the word vacation before you get my point? He sounds really irritated. I heave a sigh of relief. Thank you, sir. Don't thank me, Apollo. I advise you to lie low, but that doesn't mean we're in good terms. He speaks in a threatening manner. His eyes are spitting fire. Now get lost, he adds. Vacation, huh? I guess it's time to have one. I leave to get my face out of his sight. The walk of shame is too much, even for me. Damn, people are looking at me like I'm a clown. I throw myself inside my car and drives like a freaking racer, as if I don't care for my life anymore. I arrive home, drop like a plank on my sofa. Exhaustion is taking over my body. As I'm about to sleep, I hear my phone ringing. I glance at it for a second. It's my manager. I ignore his call and turn my phone off. I drift off to La Land, sleeping. After a few hours, I hear a loud knock on my door. I fear that the loud knock might disturb my neighbors. Forced, I stand up. I peek at the pinhole first to see who it is. My manager. Damn, you're really tough, huh? The first words that come out of his mouth right after I open the door. I turn and I walk towards the sofa. If you come here to blame me, to talk crap on my face, you better leave me alone, I frankly say. He sits opposite me. My manager is a longtime friend of mine. He's just 5 years older than me. Come on, man. Some of your fashion brand endorsements pulled out. What do you want me to do? Watch my friend wallow on the mud? He cares for me, I know. I had some words with the producer, I reply. What did he say? He curiously asks. I can hear the tone of worry in his voice. He wants me to go on a vacation for a while until the scandal dies and no one talks about it anymore. Until no one is blaming me for tainting Amanda Swan's purity. Screw that bitch, I lament. We did not see that coming. Amanda wants to show off, using you to polish her name. I don't want to end my career like this. Amanda's not the one to put me down. I have an idea. He slams his hand on the table. What is it? I ask. How about you follow the producer's advice? He suggests. I've thought about it earlier, but I don't think it's the answer. What the hell, dude? Do you think no one's gonna recognize me while I am on vacation? I question, raising my brow. Who the hell told you to go to tourist spots? He responds while grinning. Where the hell do you want me to go then? Not hell, dude. Keep yourself cool at Blueville Valley. Blueville Valley, a highland of peace and solitude. A perfect place indeed to stay away from the toxic society. A quick escape from reality. I have property there, a cabin. Technically, Blueville Valley is still not in the level of tourist spots, even though it has an influx of visitors due to the celebrities living in that are. Give me time, I tell my manager. Time for what? To think for it? He reacts. I pause. Time to pack my things, dude. I want to fly there tonight. Now book me a one-way ticket. My manager's face light up. He claps when he hears my answer. Tonight? Seriously? You fly early tomorrow. The crew wants to spend time with you before you leave. Invite them here. I have wines in my storage waiting to be opened, I suggest. That's a brilliant idea. Just don't forget about the ticket. I remind him as I enter my room. You can see yourself out.
I thought I was getting a fake marriage, but I didn't know my story was being told by Miss Tyler.
This isn't just any fake marriage, now is it?
No, you introduced me to the devil.
Come on, girl, Jacob isn't that bad.
Oh, I love Jacob. His family, on the other hand?
Beggars can't be choosers, Nyla. You should be grateful I even let Jacob Stone look your way.
I just wanted to save my granddaddy. Is that so bad? Why couldn't you let this be a normal fake marriage? Instead, you put me in a twisty story filled with money, betrayal, power, and lies.
Let's not forget love.
That's what keeps me going. But not gonna lie, Miss Tyler. This story you got me in ain't the simple fake marriage, happy ending I thought it would be.
It's not. Because where would be the fun in that?
Treat yourself to Say Less I Love You. Tuesdays and Thursdays. New seasons premiere every month. Or skip the wait and grab the full series bundle from TylerWalker.com. Treat yourself with Miss Tyler. Chapter 4. Jade. After hours of long drive beneath the heat of the sun, I smell. A shower will refresh me a little bit. Exhausted, I open my luggage and I arrange all my stuff on a small cabinet. I grab my bathrobe, ready to shower. Then my phone rings. It's Alfred. He's checking on me. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks for letting me use your cabin. I love the place. I respond happily. Don't forget to lock your door, he reminds, sounding nervous. I don't actually feel the need to do that. It's safe here. The neighbors are awesome too. I brag. I don't know those neighbors. I can't even see any houses near here. I somehow agree with that. Enjoy your vacation then. Thanks again. Bye. I end the call as I open the bathroom. Thank God it has a shower room inside separated from the toilet bowl and lavatory. The shower room is small and dry. I guess no one stayed here for months. I remove my clothes and steps in the shower room naked. The cold water cools down my body, and I feel so relieved and relaxed. I savor the moment as the water sprinkles gently on my face. I scrub my arms and legs, basking under the natural water. I hear that the water here is all natural, unlike in the city. The best. It feels so damn luxurious to stay here in Blueville Valley. I see why celebrities want to visit here, and most of them even bought properties. The fresh air that blows gently on your face is really refreshing. It is something that money cannot buy. The peaceful environment adds up to the beauty of the place. The neighborhood is so damn polite that they even greet me like we know each other for months when I was driving earlier. This is really a good place. I'm going to explore tomorrow. I turn off the shower and dry my hair using a towel. I open the glass door and I grab my bathrobe. I'm about to go out of the bathroom, but the sound of the wheels dragging on the floor makes me stop. Loud banging of the door follows. Son of a bitch, what is that? Someone is illegally entering, perhaps a burglar. Shivering, I quickly wear my bathrobe. Crap! I hear a man cursing. That only confirms that a burglar barged in. I think he's dragging something. My heart's on my throat trying to think about what it is. Perhaps he has no idea that there's a person here. But how the hell did he manage to go in right through the main door? Sounds of jingling keys and footsteps echo. It makes me so nervous that I can't move. Who is this stranger? This is a peaceful countryside, and whatever this asshole has in his mind, I can't let him execute it. I need to do something. I tiptoe and I slowly open the bathroom door. Perhaps he didn't hear the squeak of the door. I try to be as stealthy as I can. One single mistake can cost my life. I tiptoe and crawl until I manage to hide behind the countertop. Oh God, Father of mercy. I know I am a sinner, but please don't let me die without a lover. I pray incessantly. I have never been scared and anxious like this in my whole damn life. This vacation is meant to be the most memorable and enjoyable. However, trapped in a situation like this makes me wish I never took the chance of going here. This might haunt me forever. It makes me wish that this is just a dream, and the moment I wake up, everything will be fine. I see him staring at the sofa. Is he going to sleep? I celebrate internally, but I guess it's too soon since he's moving towards me. Crap. My eyes wander around the house to look for something I can use to defend. Enough to break his skull, or maybe just to make him faint. I wipe the sweat on my forehead. I look at him closely. He has tattoos. I shiver. God, what does the tattoo mean? Is he an ex-convict or an escaped prisoner? I continue to look around once more, and my eyes stop at a ceramic vase at the side. I crawl and manage to cross the open space. I grip the vase and carefully checks his position once again. This time he's very near the kitchen table. All I can see is his back. There's no stopping now. To kill or be killed, that is my motivation now. I mean, I cannot kill someone, but if he retaliates, I might end up killing him. My life is my primary concern for now. Survival of the fittest, as what they call it. Inhale, exhale. I stare at him as I take careful steps. Please, God. He still didn't notice me, and he's within my arm's length. Die, you bastard! With all my might, I hit him firmly on the head. He tries to turn towards the side and to see me, but he falls to the ground before he can do it. Good. I make a winning gesture, but the happiness disappears immediately. What am I to do now?
Chapter 5. Apollo. Hell, I curse as I board the plane. I have a killer headache. Damn, whose idea was it to give me a farewell party? I frown as I think about it, but surrendered before I can derive the answer. I'm too tired to care, and it was one hell of a party. I enjoyed it too, so there's no point in blaming anyone. I close my eyes as soon as I sit down on my seat, but I open them abruptly when I smell the faint scent of a woman. A stewardess is looking at me, or more precisely, at my crotch. She smiles at me. "Hello, welcome to Empire Airlines," she tells me professionally. But I can see the faint glint of lust in her eyes. My lips curve, and I would have taken her invitation at any other time, but I'm not in the mood today. One department that the scandal helped me was to bring more women into my arms. I swear, women flock around me greater than before. If I was a lady killer before, now I'm a nuclear weapon of mass destruction when it comes to women. And men, too. There are a few cases that I would love to avoid from ever happening again. Can you give me a pillow? I politely request, and her smile disappears as she sachets to get me a pillow. After my subtle refusal of her offer, my flight remains uneventful. I didn't even manage to sleep a wink. It's nighttime when I arrived at Blueville Valley. I rented a car earlier, and it's waiting for me at the airport. I'm ready to rest. My headache is worsening due to the hangover and the jet lag. Who wants to travel straight while you're suffering from a hangover? Definitely not me. I would love to just stay at home, but I have to go away in the meantime. Fortunately, the rental car comes with a driver and a tour guide, but I don't need the guide for now. I might never need the person at all. So I dismiss the person, paying him extra. I don't have plans on exploring since I'm here to stay low profile. My trip to my house is silent. At first, the driver was busy telling me things, but I only smiled without humoring him, so he got the drift and stayed quiet along the way. Probably about 20 minutes later, I arrive home. I walk out of my car, and I'm surprised to see that the lights are on. I think it's the lampshade. It looks like my dear cousin has maintained the house. Alfred used this place the last time he went on a vacation. Good, I murmur. I'll call you tomorrow. I wave the driver goodbye as I look around. It's peaceful here, and the homes are far apart from each other. This is ideal for me as I need my privacy. The public must not know that I'm here, lying low, or else they'll bombard me about my scandal. Damn, my anger flares every time I remember that bitch. She used me so well. I drag my suitcase to my cabin and fumble with the key. My luggage bangs on the door, making a loud noise. It spooks me that I almost jump away. I clutch the keys to my heart and look for the right key once more. I found it and insert it through the keyhole. I didn't open it immediately when I hear something moving from the inside. I frown, trying to discern if it's my imagination or not. Maybe it's an animal. My heart's racing, but I might just be scaring myself. I look around once more and realize that this place is clearly unused despite it being mine. It had been years since I bought this property, and I lent it to my cousin Alfred a year ago. What was the reason I bought a place here in Blueville Valley? I think it was about an old lover. I don't want to rehash the past, so I don't continue going down the route of memory lane. I push the door and enter it. Then I drag my luggage inside, and it grates on the floor. I curse when the wheels hit my feet accidentally. I let go of it and clutch my leg. My toes hurt. Crap! I grimace. Damn, why did I bring this huge piece of luggage? I swear to God, my PA is incompetent. I can just buy clothes here in town. The sofa catches my attention. I look at it, and it's perfect for me. I feel like I won't be able to reach my room. I really want to rest directly because I'm so tired. I blink my weary eyes and tries to drag my body to the kitchen to drink water. But then I notice something moving at the side. I stop and look around. What was that? But there's no movement again, so I continue to the kitchen because I'm thirsty. Then out of the blue, a woman comes out. She jumps out like crazy, shouting bloody murder and helluva of curses. Die, you bastard! The woman shouts, and because of my slow reaction, I didn't manage to avoid the vase coming my way. My eyes open wide as I stare at her hand, shocked. Oh, crap! I only managed to swerve to the side to avoid a fatal hit on my nose, but my forehead didn't manage to escape her assault. There's a ringing pain in my ears, and I feel like my world is turning. I can barely see the woman who assaulted me. All I manage to glimpse is her bountiful chest, which is not helpful for my predicament. I can't say to the police that the one who assaulted me is big-chested, right? They can't possibly make every woman with big chests as suspects. As my mind furiously thinks of a way to weather through this situation, darkness overtakes me. Damn, it looks like this is my limit. I just hope to God that she'll grow a conscience and leave my face intact.
Chapter 6. Jade. My goodness. I clutch my heart as I kick the fallen man on the floor. I hurriedly turn on the lights. Earlier, I got the element of surprise because it was only the lampshade at the living room that was turned on, and it was dim. I can't even imagine what would have happened if I turned on all the lights and the bastard has seen me. This burglar is really too confident to come barging in like he owns the house. I didn't know it's this easy to apprehend a burglar. The element of surprise won't work next time for sure. What if this man has other ulterior motives? I shiver as I hug my body with my arms. No way. I kick him again for good measure. I want to make sure that he's asleep and won't wake up soon. Luckily, there's no blood on the floor, or else it will be a hassle to clean it. I should call the police. But my curiosity overtakes my sanity. Instead of calling the police directly, I decided to check on the man. Maybe it's because of his build. The man is wearing tight pants that clearly enclose powerful legs. And he's tall, maybe 6'4" or 6'5". Why would a man like him become a burglar when he can clearly make a living with his body? I can see his clean clipped nails. I guess it's polished. I bite my lips, poking his buff arms with my finger. He's really out, I say as I sigh. It's probably safe to turn him over and check his face. I have difficulty turning him over because he's heavy, and when I see his face, I get the fright of my life. I shout like a banshee and jumps away like the person on the floor is a venomous snake. Heat rushes to my face, and my whole body trembles as I point at the man on the floor. No way, no way. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. I take deep breaths to calm myself. 1, 2, 3. Oh crap, I curse as I wipe the imaginary sweat on my forehead. What to do? What to do? I pace on the floor, racking my brains for a solution to my situation. Oh my God. It's Apollo Hayes. I really met a celebrity, but I ended up assaulting him. I bite my lips, thinking that the floor must be uncomfortable. Luckily, there's no bleeding, or it will damage the man's $1 million face, breaking the heart of millions of women, and it will be my fault. I can't shoulder such a big responsibility. Right, the floor is uncomfortable, I say to myself. I grab his arms and drag him slowly to the sofa. I'm already panting after a few steps. His muscles are really not for show. Damn it! I accidentally let go of his left arm, and his head almost hits the side of the metal chair. My heart's in my throat, thinking that it will be a bigger problem if there's more damage to his gorgeous face. I drag him, slower this time, to the sofa. It's such a hassle dragging his ass to sit on the cushion and pushing his body to lie down. I'm sweating after I'm done with my task. Apollo Hayes looks just like he's sleeping, if not because of the bump on his forehead. It's like an egg. I grimace, shaking my head because of my stupidity. But what do you expect me to do in that kind of situation? Of course, I'm going to protect myself. Also, why is he here? Questions begin to surface in my mind. Did God hear my wish about meeting a celebrity, or about that kiss that I said I'll take? I blink my eyes as I stare at Apollo's face. Maybe I should register as a member of Apollo Hayes' church to worship him, but I'm not a hardcore fan of his. I just think that he's so handsome, especially this close. The camera didn't do him justice. Not the videos nor the pictures. I move closer to the man, my nose almost touching his. My trembling index finger touches the tip of his lashes. I almost jump away when I feel a spark of heat travel from his lashes to my finger and all throughout my body. What was that? I ask, no one in particular, well, to myself. I'm alone, so it's just me, myself, and I. with an unconscious person. I blink my eyes. Is this what people call chemistry? Or the legendary spark between two soulmates? My eyes widen as I think that this person might be the one for me. But I shake the idea out of my head immediately. No way. I laugh at my wild imagination. Such things only happen in fairy tales. Apollo Hayes is technically the equivalent of a modern Prince Charming, a bad boy at that. My eyes are drawn to his aristocratic nose. It's a bit bent, but not that obvious. It adds to his charm, though. Then he has these pouty lips that only women should have. It's a sin for him to have this kind of gorgeous face. I wonder how many women he had led astray by his looks. I move away, trying to think straight. Apollo's tempting me, and I might do something that will make him shout for rape when he wakes up. Damn, how am I going to deal with him when he wakes up? No one will believe that Apollo Hayes is a burglar. I might be the one who will get locked up in jail if I report. This is all Alfred's fault. Is there a mix-up somewhere? I need to call him. But first, I have to tend to the swelling on Apollo's forehead. I got carried away by his looks. I forgot to administer first aid. Fortunately, there are ice cubes in the refrigerator. I grab a piece of towel and I wrap the ice in it. I carefully place it over the bump, slowly and tenderly moving it around it. I hope everything goes well when he wakes up.
Chapter 7. Apollo. Crap, my head is aching worse than any hangover or jet lag. I try to open my eyes, but it's cumbersome. Damn it. If I ever found the person who smashed the vase on me, I'm going to strangle her. Why the hell that person attacked me? A burglar? A stalker? I've had a few of the latter. They were always crazy, not only women, though. I've had my fair share of men stalkers, too. I calm myself as I think of ways to get out of this predicament. I need to be logical and not get carried away by my anger. I don't have any idea of who I'm dealing with. Is the woman a psycho? A woman from the mental institution? It's not far-fetched to think like this. Then I remember the flash of her voluptuous chest and her caramel-like skin. I frown, trying to take my mind out of the gutter. How can I possibly think that the woman who attacked me as attractive because of those assets? It seems I really need a breath of fresh air. Still, with eyes closed, I try to get a feel of my surroundings if there's any movement. I feel like I'm lying down on something soft. As much as I can remember, I fell on the floor. It's supposed to be hard, but as of now, I'm in some sort of cushion. On my bed, I swallow my saliva. I hope the woman isn't going to assault me. She's not thinking what I'm thinking, right? I can't just act like I'm still asleep forever. I force my eyes to open, and I finally manage to do it. The first thing I see, though, is a pair of brown eyes that can hook souls. "Hey," the woman says to me in a small voice with our faces a hair's breadth away. Oh, crap! I realize who the woman is, so I automatically try to distance myself by sitting up, but the bump on my head ends up hitting her forehead. I yell and curse her in my head with all the curse words in my dictionary. What the hell is your problem? I can't help but deal with her aggressively. She doesn't look like she can hurt a fly, but look at what she did to me. Come on, you really never know a person. I stare at her, and I find her really pretty. But pretty doesn't translate to good character. It adds to my irritation. How can I think that this woman is beautiful? Why the hell is she here? According to the title, I own this place. I'm sorry? The woman blurts out, and I glare at her. Will sorry make the swelling on my forehead go away? Will sorry solve China and America's disputes? I snort and move farther away from her. Why the hell are you here? I ask her. But I realize that it's a stupid question. Of course, she's here for reasons that aren't good. If not, why will she come here uninvited and smash the vase on my head? Anyway, just how much strength does this woman have? My eyes roam on her shoulders and arms. She's not someone who has muscles. She's made of soft skin and bouncy assets. I frown even more. I watch her as she bites her lips. Is this her habit? I keep glancing at it. It looks like she's anxious. You know you're trespassing, right? I ask her. I'm going to report you to the police. I grab my phone. It's lying by my side. But the woman seizes it first. No! She holds the phone closer to her heart. I mean, you need to hear my explanation. Explanation? What for? You've hurt me already. I say to her, then grimaces. Why does it sound like we have a lover's quarrel? I close my eyes, trying to calm down. Please, don't report me. I'm here because of my boss, Alfred Lang. He gave me the key to the house, telling me I can use this for my vacation here in Blueville Valley. She hurriedly explains. Alfred, it's my cousin that has caused this. I remember letting him stay here on his vacation, and I didn't get the key back. I also said that he can use this any time, even without telling me, because I don't have any reason to stay in a small town. So, in short, he gave my key to this woman and allowed her to stay here. I'm Jade Ambers, working as a secretary to Alfred Lang, she tells me. This is my first ever vacation in 3 years. Oh, I raise my brow at her. Alfred can use my place here, but it doesn't mean that he can let anyone else use this place. I smile at Jade, showing her my teeth like I'm ready to chomp on her. I'll get back to you, Jade Ambers, I spat. Then I grab my phone from her hands and dial my cousin's number. Please, no! Jade tries to grab the phone from me. Don't call the police! I'm calling my cousin, I tell her. Alfred Lang is my cousin. The phone keeps ringing for 5 times before someone speaks on the other line, and it's a woman. Give the phone to Alfred, I know he's there, I say to the woman on the other line. I can hear a man groan. I roll my eyes. I thought you'll be hiding forever under her skirt, I ask Alfred. He chuckles in reply. I'll be happy to hide in between my woman's legs the whole day, he replies to me as I hear a low moan. Can you tone it down? I'm here for serious business, not to listen to your lewd, X-rated audio. Okay. I hear the rustling of sheets. You don't have to act like you haven't had it for years, bro. We know that you have enough women, especially with the scandal going around. I really want to smack his freaking face. Your secretary is here. I growl at him. Finally, there's silence on the other line. Jade? As in Jade Ambers? I can hear the worry in his voice. Alfred worried? This is new. Damn, are you saying you're in Blueville Valley? Alfred asks. Crap, bro, you have really crappy timing. What crappy timing? This is my place, and I can come anytime I want, I shout at him. At the corner of my eye, I see Jade flinch. I tone down my voice. Damn, Alfred says. I'm waiting for his explanation. Jade really doesn't have any idea. I thought you're not going there. You have never visited the place for years. Is this all you're going to say? Get her or you... He cuts me off. Since she's there, please be gentle with her. She's a friend of mine, be nice to her, okay? Bye. Tell her I'll call her later. Oh, hell, he's going to dismiss it just like that? Alfred's the worst bastard of all.
This is it, baby. This is what you can get me that'll make me happy.
You know I'll get you whatever you want. All you need to do is ask me and I'll give it to you.
This ain't just it. This is everything I could ever want.
Now I'm curious. What does a strong, sassy woman like yourself want so badly?
Baby, you know what I want?
Can't wait to hear.
The Big Baddie Bundle from Tyler Walker. It has everything I need.
20 ebooks with over 1 million words of sassy romance and spice that'll keep you on your toes.
10 audiobooks containing over 60 hours of that seductive voice telling me naughty things all night long.
You don't need an audiobook for that, baby. Right here.
You may be fine and all, but no one tells it like the way Miss Tyler does. And I need her in my life.
The Big Baddie Bundle is everything you need. You can get it for 80% off.
Go to tylerwalker.com to browse the bundles that earn you the best deals.
It's time you treat yourself. Because you deserve it.
Escape your life with Miss Tyler. Chapter 8. Jade. There's a strange silence inside the cabin after he ends his call with Alfred. It feels so awkward, and at the same time, I'm nervous knowing I am with a famous star. Just the two of us. Alfred never talked to me about his controversial cousin, so I assume they are the type of guys that likes to mind their own business. How can he be related to my boss? I see hot photos of him from some fashion brand commercials and posters, but seeing him as close as this melts my underwear. He is oozing with sultry appeal. He stares at me, and I feel uncomfortable, so I avoided it. You know what? You can leave. He breaks the silence. What? He wants me to leave? Oh, drat. I stutter. Alfred said that? You hear me? Get your ass out of my cabin, he says as he leans on the door. But if you think that you can get away with what you did to me just because you're my cousin's friend, you're wrong. Completely wrong, he adds. It successfully adds to my guilt. I know sorry is not enough. I understand your sentiment. I will leave, but please let me stay here just for tonight. It's 9 p.m., and it will be hard for me to... He interrupts my explanation. I don't care if you sleep outside or you sleep inside your beat-up car, he almost yells at me. How rude, I want to retort, but I need to cool down myself. It is my fault anyway. Please, I'm not familiar yet with the place. This cabin is far from the main town, too. I entreat. He touches and pokes his swollen forehead. It really hurts. He grimaces, and I bite my lips, feeling uncomfortable. He's really good with guilt-tripping me. Please, just one night, I'll find a place for myself tomorrow morning. That's a promise, I plead once more. After what you did to me? Come on. He shakes his head. I said, I'm sorry. Just one night I will sleep here on the sofa. I feel exasperated now. He stares at me and gives me a skeptical look. By the look on his face, I know he is just holding his temper. Hell no, I don't care. You take all your things and get out of my house. He shakes his head at me, grimacing as his hand unconsciously touches his forehead. My tears fall. Crap. I don't want to cry, but I can't help it. I wipe it with my fingers and run to the bedroom to put my stuff back inside my luggage. Quickly, I press it inside and force the zipper to lock all of it. I carry my bags. I glare at Apollo, and he looks uncomfortable. He keeps shifting on his feet. What? You're a son of a bitch, a freaking asshole. You're a devil and heartless piece of crap. I curse at him. He looks aghast. Then it transforms into a scowl. See? How can I let you stay here when you keep on showing your true color? An hour ago, I fainted because you hit my head with a vase. How can I be sure that you're not going to cut my throat any moment by now? Shame on you, I growl. Shame on me? What are you saying? Respect is not fitting for you. Now I understand why some of your fans hate you. You deserve my middle finger, and I show it to Apollo. He just laughs as his response that makes him more annoying to my eyes. You know what? You look like my poodle, Apollo says. My eyes widen. He dares to compare me to his poodle? Lady, I know what's going on your mind. People have this idea that I am a greasy playboy. But the truth is, most women I had done just took advantage of my body, just because I turned them on, he adds. He gives me a teasing look while he removes a few buttons of his shirt. My jaw slacks. Oh my God. Is he serious? It's like his attitude changed to 360 degrees. I get a stunning preview of his chest adorned with the tattoos. No doubt he is hot as hell. That look of yours makes me nervous. You might be after my body too, Apollo adds as he hugs himself. Go screw yourself, I shout at him. You're not that handsome. He laughs hysterically. You speak too much. Is this some kind of delaying tactic? And we both, that's a lie. I open the door and drags my things out. Braggart, you're really conceited. I slam the door. Sleep tight, he shouts as he waves at me. I open the trunk of my old Toyota, dump my things inside, and go to the driver's seat. I slap my steering wheel as my anger refuses to dissipate. My vacation turned out so memorable, with lots of annoying twists. Damn it, I scream. I turn on the engine and speed up my car to the town. Ring, ring, ring. My phone rings, and it is Alfred calling me. I don't want to answer. I'm cross with him. After a 15-minute drive, I park at the front of a Pilot Parking J convenience store to grab some snacks and drinks. I'm so not Apollo's fan.
Chapter 9. Apollo, conceited. Me? You betcha, baby. I'm Apollo Hayes. But I don't dare tell her that I can't risk having another scandal with her complaining at how rude I was to her. I need to keep the moral high ground here, and she was the one who assaulted me. Despite all this, I laugh loudly as Jade walks out the door. But watching her sweet behind strut out does give me some tinge of guilt. It's been a few days since my groin has had some sweet ass to massage it with. But I quickly shake my head. I can't lose focus right now. I can't be involved with any woman. No women for the meantime, Apollo. We gotta clean up our mess, I say to myself as I look outside the window. But should I have kicked this poor girl out? I could have just let her stay in the living room for Alfred, maybe even have a platonic chat with her. I'm Apollo Hayes, goddammit. I've handled far more challenging roles than being a chaste host of the house. But then I remember what my manager said. I shouldn't risk any relationship with any new woman at all right now, not even platonic ones, especially ones with an ass like that. She angrily gets inside her old Toyota and drives away. Man, I still can't believe a hot broad like that was just waiting inside my cabin. I say to myself as I close the drapes and head for the kitchen to fix myself a nice hot cup of coffee. But as I pour scalding black liquid on the cup, I can't help but remember her soft, perfect complexion when I woke up from getting hit by a vase. Ah! I curse as I let myself get too worked up about this insane girl once again. I grab my cup and head to the living room, and lazily drop down on my couch and turn on the TV. I'm hoping to find some noteworthy show to watch that'll get my mind off of her. But for the love of me, all the movies Netflix is showing are all a bunch of rom-com. This goddamned industry is crapping on all of the wondrous work I've done over the years as an alpha male action star. I mean, look at all these sissy stuff movies. All the guys are whiners who just complain about why they can't get the girl of their dream. Get good, idiot! I shout at the TV as Ryan Reynolds is getting manhandled by Sandra Bullock in this weird romantic comedy. As if I'd ever let myself get whipped by a woman. Though now that I think about it, it's been a while since I've had some nasty dominatrix stuff. And that Jade girl earlier, she'll look mighty fine in tight leather and a whip.
I hate to put a stop to a good time, but it looks like we've hit this platform's limit for spiciness.
This platform's got some rules we have to play by if we want to keep giving you these stories for free.
And trust me, this scene isn't something you want to miss.
While we can't get into all the details here, you can still dive into the full, uncut version at TylerWalker.com.
Miss Tyler has an entire collection of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks waiting for you.
And the best part? You can treat yourself with 40% off when you use the code SAVE40.
That's right. You'll save on any digital product, even bundles that are already discounted.
Miss Tyler would never let anyone feel the kind of disappointment you must be feeling right now.
So why wait? Treat yourself with Miss Tyler.
Who the hell? And I can't believe my eyes. I see Jade step out of her car and grab her luggage from the back of the car. She must have found a place to live near here. But to my surprise, she walks towards my cabin. Damn it, I think to myself as I quickly get off the couch and head for the door to lock it, failing to realize that my pants are still down. I immediately fall on the floor, face first. I clutch my face from the pain and quickly pull my pants up. Jade bangs on the door. Thud, thud, thud. Open up. "Oh, it wasn't locked," she says before opening the door and letting herself in. She stops as soon as she notices me lying on the floor. "Should I ask?" "Thought you were some gang member looking to do a drive-by," I lie. Then I stand up. She'd never let me live it down if she ever knew what happened. "Forgot something?" She quickly looks away and starts walking towards the bedroom. "Mr. Hayes, I am under your care for tonight." Did she just ignore my question? The ball's on this girl. "Where do you think I ask, but she's already let herself in and settled in the room. Crap. I got a bad feeling about this. Though I may have said that, I already feel my libido rushing through me, most probably happy with the fact that Jade decided to stay in the cabin. But what's the worst that can go wrong, right? It's not like anything's gonna happen with us in just one night. All I need to do is keep myself in check. I can already feel the blood rushing to my freaking pants.
Chapter 10, Jade. If I had a choice, I'd stay anywhere else but here. Here with the conceited, narcissistic man, though narcissistic for a good reason. Apollo oozes with primal appeal when he talks and when he walks, or even he just stands there doing nothing. Still, I mutter to myself. The nerve? Sure, he has the face that would make any woman swoon. He has the body that would make any woman's core go wet and squirt like a fountain. But he should not have treated me that way. No man, no person, if taught well by his parents, would. Then again, being a superstar like him, maybe he wasn't. Maybe people just let him do what he wanted to. After all, he has the looks. And damn it, dare I say, it's almost perfect. He has the money, the name and fame, too. Christ, I yell to myself. Damn it, damn it, damn it! The aggravation comes from the fact that he had thrown me out of the house without guilt. No conscience. But crap, I can't help but picture his face. Piercing eyes, a strong jaw, broad shoulder, and God, a six-pack that's underneath his shirt. I haven't seen it in person yet. Posters and images online of him naked from the waist up. That's all the proof I need. No, no, no. Focus, woman. My head points me in the right direction as I let myself drown in this dilemma. Again, if I had a choice. If only I had an opportunity. Apparently, there's some high-profile marriage going on in town right now. And here in Blueville Valley, high profile means that it's a huge one. That's what the receptionist said. People from all over the city are here. No wonder I can't get a freaking hotel room. No wonder all the hotels and inns are fully booked. Why, of the many days of the month, of the year, did that couple choose today? Why, of the many days of the month and of the year, did Apollo decide to have his freaking vacation and crash into my supposed-to-be room today? Why did he come back to his house today? I speed up and park my car hastily in front of his house. I jump down, grab my bags, and walk to his place. My heels are click-clacking on the pavement. And my luggage wheels are making a whirring, rumbling sound as I pull it right behind me. A few more paces, and I'll be back where I was, with the very man who caused this dilemma. I'm dreading it. On the other hand, there's a tinge of excitement that I can't deny. I shouldn't show it, though. Not to such a self-serving, egotistical, godlike Adonis. Crap. I have got to get a grip. Nobody can treat me the way he did. It was disgustingly arrogant and uncaring of him to kick me out. I mean, granted the place is his. And I smashed a freaking vase on his head. Before I know it, I'm standing in front of his cabin, slightly trembling because of rage. And also because I don't know where else to go if he'll decide to turn me away. I can only thicken my face. I sigh, let go of my luggage, raise my right hand, and bang on the door like a madwoman. I turn the knob. Open up. Oh, it wasn't locked. I smile at the man on the floor. My brow raises in question. Should I ask? Thought you were some gang member looking to do a drive-by, he replies. He questions me if I forgot something. Mr. Hayes, I am under your care for tonight. Then I quickly walk towards the bedroom. He questions me, but I ignore Apollo. He follows me inside. I take out my things from the luggage. There's a celebration going on in town. All the hotels are booked. I have nowhere else to go. I was here first, I say. Rather, I whisper. Say that again, and less mouse-like this time? He frowns. There's a celebration going on in town. All the hotels are booked. I have nowhere else to go. I was here first. I utter each word loudly and firmly. I'm not going to back down. So, I'm not going anywhere, Mr. Apollo Hayes, I reply firmly. Hold on a second. Who are you to tell me what to... I said I am not going anywhere. I'm stuck in this situation, and I won't take no for an answer. Then I accidentally see something that I'm not supposed to see. His zipper is open, and I get a glance at Apollo's infamous package. I gasp and turn away. Crap! Apollo hurriedly closes his zipper. He's so I shake my head. No, this man kicked me out, and I am here to stay. You already know what's going to happen, and you are going to let it happen because I won't leave. You can't kick me out again. I think I don't have a choice, do I? Apollo asks as he sighs. You can stay here until a room becomes available. What? Really? I ask. I run to hug him, happy that he's letting me stay. When I realize what I did, I run away like I'm on fire. He raises his brow at me. That was a temporary loss of sanity. I shrug my shoulders. Thanks. Then I slam the door on his face. Jade! Apollo shouts in pain. Oops, it looks like I hit his nail or nose. Sorry. I cover my mouth, laughing. This is undoubtedly a vacation to remember.
Chapter 11, Apollo. What the hell is happening right now? I came here to get away from it all. Get away from the press who want to tarnish my name and have very well succeeded in doing so. From the agency, my manager, from everyone else who is, at the moment, up my grill. Not in a good way, especially Amanda. Now this? A woman who I need to house until she finds another place. I don't even know her aside from her name. Although it's a treat that she's gorgeous and has curves that are so tempting. I'm here to relax. Get my mojo back and right again. Take a breather from my hectic celebrity schedule and have time for myself without people on my tail 24/7. But this is just going to ruin my zen. Not that I believe in any of that. The lady, she's introduced herself as Jade, is lying down on my bed. She's fluffed my pillows and is stretched on my sheets. She's checking on her phone casually as if she didn't intrude in my lair. Christ, I mutter under my breath. I hope the woman isn't crazy or anything like that. I can take the fact that she's a stranger. After all, she's beautiful. But God, please don't let her be one of those stalker psychos. If not because of Alfred, I won't let her stay. Also, she's freaking gorgeous. The situation is entirely new to me. As a celebrity, I've seen and have met people who are totally weird beyond comprehension. Something about being in the spotlight makes them insane and definitely wild. Sometimes that's a good thing. Wild when fans who are women have the goods, you know what I mean, right? Being Apollo Hayes has its perks. I don't even need to go chasing. That kind of wild, I accept. But crazy wild as in psycho, not my thing. And I really am hoping this Jade person isn't the latter. Not that I'm hoping she's among the first. It's a different feeling. There's a stunning woman in my bed, and I actually find her attractive. And I'm curious. But I still dislike the fact that she's ruining my forced vacation. For a moment, she stops looking at her phone and directs her gaze at me. What? She asks irritably. This isn't some free show, you know? You like what you see? Stare elsewhere. I wasn't... Why would I... God! I exclaim. But I leave instead of having a fight with her, preferably on the bed. I head towards the fridge and grab one of the tiny bottles of whiskey. This isn't happening, or maybe it is, but maybe by tomorrow everything will be back to the way they should be. I sip a bit of the liquor, shut my eyes, and open them again, as though I am in a dream, and doing so will wake me up to reality. I go back to the room, trying to ignore her. I look at Jade, trying not to stare daggers at her. She notices and rises from the bed. She stretches her arms upward, her phone still in one hand. Then she twists her waist to the right, and then to the left. How can she take this so lightly? This woman is an intruder in my room. Though technically I intruded first. Then again, I own this place. Okay, she tells me, her arms folded in front of her chest again. I know this is uncomfortable for you, but please try to understand my situation. I shake my head from side to side in disbelief of her audacity. Please be a gentleman and allow me to sleep on the bed, she adds. My jaw drops at this comment, and for some reason I can't say anything back. She falls back down on the sheets and continues scrolling through her phone. No, she's not the boss of me. This is my room, and she's not supposed to be here. I ball my fists and control myself. No yelling. I won't do that. However, I have an idea. I grin slyly as my naughtiness gets a hold of me. I walk towards her. She, of course, is surprised and asks me what I want. I tell her that I'm not interested in girls like her. She shouldn't have to worry about anything like that. That said, I pick her up, wedding style. She's squealing and kicking like a child. God, woman! I shout while keeping her locked in my arms. Get a grip! You're not worth fussing about. I'm not a pervert! But I do want the bed to myself. So I gently drop her on the floor. I plop myself on the bouncy mattress foam, spread my arms and my legs out like a letter X as I mark this as my territory. I hear a series of, "You are the worst, most selfish man I've ever met. How dare you?" and a whole list of insults that frankly don't bother me. Get up! Be a gentleman for Christ's sake! She furiously screams at me as she tries to drag me. I laugh at the sight. This simple yet beautiful and curvy woman, enraged and exploding. Don't you dare laugh, mister! I didn't expect what happened next. Jade climbs up the bed and positions herself next to me, then set her feet on my side and pushes me to the floor. Flump. Victory! She cheers at herself and resumes her position from earlier. I'm too amused to be angry at this point. Instead, I laugh out loud even more at the ridiculousness of what's going. I hear her laugh out loud too. I feel so much warmth. Something that isn't only about my godshaft. Something new. I'm amazed at this woman's strength, although adrenaline must have helped her a lot. I resign to her victory and pull a blanket to place on the floor, and another one to cover me up for the night as I lay on the floor. I smile and let myself doze off into the night. You won't know what hit you, baby. I'm going to take you, break you, and make you mine. And when I'm done, you're...
Now hold on just a minute.
What?
I got something to say.
What's the meaning of this?
Now you may be some fine-looking white boy,
Got that right, baby. It takes hard work.
and you might got the money,
Fat stacks, baby, to spoil you with.
but that doesn't mean I'm going to give it up to you without a fight.
A fight?
You want some limp wilting flowers? Go to historical romance, baby. But you want sassy and spicy strong black queens that tame their alpha male bad boys?
I think our listeners do.
Then you go on and look at Miss Tyla's Bougie Brides and Billionaires audio bundle.
50 hours of me whispering the most romantic things in your ears. Fake marriages, alpha male billionaires, strong black women, steamy scenes that will make your eyes roll back. And everything wrapped up in a happily ever after that will put you in an afterglow.
Use code SAVE40 to get 40% off this bundle and any other digital product in Miss Tyla's store.
Unabridged and uncut.
Just like you,
You're gonna have to find out.
Tyla Walker Romances. Escape your life with sassy romance. Chapter 12, Jade. It has been a while since I've been able to get a full night's sleep. Alfred is a great boss. He's kind and caring, but he also happens to be a slave driver who compensates for the heavy workload with a big fat paycheck. I wake up feeling well rested for the first time in a long time. I allow myself to lie down for a couple of minutes. This is the life. Stretching my limbs, I relish at the feeling of the sun shining down on my face. It almost feels weird not having to worry about someone else's schedule for the day. I can't believe I've been this overworked for so long. I might get addicted to this and just quit. Chuckling to myself at the thought of resigning, I push myself up in a sitting position, letting out a loud yawn. I wonder how the asshole is faring. I peek at the side of the bed where Apollo had gone to sleep, only to find it empty. Too bad. I really wanted to see what he looked like when he's asleep. He has to look crappy at least once in his life, right? Getting up from bed, I contemplate if I should make the bed. Screw it, I'm on vacation. I step outside the room and to the kitchen. Britney Spears is blasting through what I can assume is Apollo's phone on the counter. His back is faced towards me as he works on the stove. I take the time to appreciate his butt that happens to be swaying to the sound of work bitch. My jaw drops comically, and I quickly cover my gaping mouth with my palm. God, if you're up there, thank you for this blessing. Oh, wait. God is actually here. Greek god, Apollo. He hasn't noticed me yet, still caught up with his humming and his dancing. But I make the worst possible mistake known to man. I giggle. The sound is muffled by my hand, but is still audible and enough for Apollo to notice my presence. Apollo's butt stops shaking immediately, and I pout at the loss of entertainment. I want to look at that sweet ass one more time. Great show you put on there, I comment, sliding on one of the counter seats. Shut up, he replies, while I laugh at his remark. You should have been a dancer instead of an actor. I could watch your tiny ass twerk all day, I tease, and I can almost see him rolling his eyes at me, even though he still has his back towards me. Yeah, right. You just want an excuse to look at my ass. And correction, it's not tiny, it's fit. Keep telling that to yourself, boo. So, what's for breakfast, Roertis? I ask, leaning to the side so I can take a peek at what smells a bit burnt. Bacon and eggs, he answers in a proud tone as he turns around, holding a plate of what I can only describe as a sad breakfast, because in his hands is a plate of burnt bacon and half-cooked eggs. I thought you could cook. I can't, he defends while I scoff. That's not food. That's just like nourishing torture. I point at the food judgmentally. You can eat it, but it's gonna be hell. You didn't have to be so rude about it, Apollo pouts, and it's enough to distract me a little bit from the monstrosity that is his cooking. He looks so freaking adorable. And will you look at those abs? I didn't notice it until now, but the only thing he has on is a pair of shorts leaving his chest, his abs, and his mouth-watering tattoos visible for all to see. Drilling the sight of him half naked and pouting into my memory, I force myself back to reality. No, honey, I have to say it as it is. How else are you going to learn? Well, screw you, he retorts, but I can see the small smile that is forming on his lips. I stand up from my seat and walk towards the stove. Bumping Apollo away with my hips, I grab the apron hanging on the side. Sit your ass down, and I'll show you how to make a king-worthy breakfast, I say, pulling my hair into a loose bun. Long hair is nice, and all but not when you're cooking, and I don't want Apollo complaining about some long-ass hair in his food. Apollo takes a seat on my spot earlier while I take out all the ingredients from the fully stocked fridge. I set them all down on the counter in front of him. Now we're going to make omelets, not those generic crappy ones, but real and delicious omelets, so watch closely and educate yourself. At this statement, Apollo laughs, shaking his head in amusement while I giggle with him. I hand him the eggs in a bowl with an egg beater. Now put your muscles to use and beat those eggs, I order while getting to work on the vegetables. Love a woman who takes charge. He winks at me, and I roll my eyes at his antics. First rule of cooking class, no flirting with the chef. Yes, ma'am. With a little bit of difficulty, mostly because of Apollo's incompetence. We can finally finish cooking breakfast, which took more time than it should. But we spent a few minutes arguing whether the omelet should have mushrooms in it and what type of cheese should we use. Long story short, I won all the arguments. Set the table while I clean up, I say, turning off the stove. By now, Apollo has learned to listen to me without complaints, and everything has been moving quicker since his revelation that I always win. I throw away all of the trash and the used tools in the sink as Apollo fixes the table for us. I place the omelets on the plate and go to the dining area. Apollo is already sitting down when I place the plate in the center. Breakfast is officially served, I say, taking a seat in front of him while he immediately starts digging. We keep silent for a couple of minutes, focusing on eating instead of talking. Our cooking took so long that it's basically brunch by now, but we can hardly care. We look harmonious too. It's like yesterday didn't happen. Finally, Apollo breaks the silence. What are we going to do about the breakfast I cooked? He asks. Find a poor unfortunate dog and try to get him to eat your trash. Bitch, he pouts while I laugh. Maybe he's not so bad after all except for his cooking. It's just awful.
Chapter 13, Apollo. I can't recall the last time I've tasted a home-cooked meal, which is actually edible. The most recent memory I have was eating something that was made at home. I got diarrhea for a week. Not one of my fondest memories. So it could just be because of my lack of experience regarding home-cooked meals. But this omelet is the best meal in the entire world. I try to hide the fact that I'm completely in love with a bunch of scrambled eggs from Jade. Keyword tried because she's currently looking at me with a huge smirk on her face. I roll my eyes as I shove another bite into my mouth. I'm not going to admit I was wrong about Jade, no matter how good her food is. So, Apollo, what got you into the acting industry? Jade asks, still chewing on her meal. Small talk, really? Well, I can't sit here in silence all day, she mumbles to herself. If we're going to talk about something, at least let it be interesting. Well, what do you suggest? Jade retorts. I'm your cousin's secretary, and although I hate to admit it, it's not exactly the most interesting job out there. Besides, it's the first time I've eaten breakfast with a celebrity, so humor me a little, please? She pouts as I sigh. Fine. I relent. So, what do you want to know? As her eyes light up, I can already feel myself start to regret this. We start talking, and damn, I got so absorbed into our conversation. She actually burned your hair, Jade gasps while I nod, chuckling at the memory. Yeah, that's why I shaved my head a couple of years ago. It wasn't by choice. Wow. I always thought it was like a new marketing technique because everybody lost it when you revealed it. A lot of them claim that you got hotter. I smirk at her little comment, not to brag, but a lot of girls really did throw themselves at my feet when it did happen. They say it because I looked more like a stud back then. If it were up to me, I would never grow my hair out again. But it's hard to get cast for certain roles with a shaved head, according to my manager, that is. Well, what did you think? I ask. Jade hums to herself, feigning contemplation, which is obviously set up for another insult. One trait that I can't figure if I love or hate about this woman is her ability to insult me like it's nobody's business. I hardly even noticed. Different hair, same douchebag. Well, a lot of women apparently find this douchebag to be, what's the word they use, godlike. And it's a shame that you've clearly somehow manipulated those poor women into thinking you're somewhat attractive, she retorts. Say what you want, babe, but we all know I'm irresistible. Irresistibly punchable, yes. We finish eating and continue to talk while we clean up. Well, Jade did most of the cleaning, but I helped bring the plates to the sink. I don't know why, but I actually enjoy talking to her. While most people are scared to tell me what they think and just agree to everything, Jade is completely different. No one ever talks to me the way she does, not even my manager. Jade finishes drying the remaining of the plates and proceeds to the leftover ingredients in the fridge, while I tell her about the time I caught a PA masturbating to the sound of my voice in the bathroom. She's bent over, peering inside the fridge with me on the counter beside her. Any other day, if there was a woman bent down in front of me, I wouldn't be talking about anything. Instead, I would be staring at her ass. But I'm still too engrossed with my story and notice that ever since I met Jade, I've learned to stare while talking. And then she has the gall to act like I was wrong for barging in on her. Uh-huh, she's nasty, Jade comments, although a bit distracted than she was earlier as she studies the contents of the fridge. She slams the door in irritation while I straighten up. I don't know who's the idiot, you or your cousin, but someone stocked the fridge with crap that's expired or about to expire like tomorrow. Alfred was the last one here. Okay, no need to get defensive. Trash everything that's expired while I get ready. She orders already, making her way to the bedroom. Get ready for what? We're going to get groceries, dumbass. After we finally leave the cabin and successfully make it to the grocery store, Jade has demoted me from a successful actor to a cart pusher. Jade was hesitant on the way here after she remembered that I am still a celebrity, but I assured her that there probably won't be any paparazzi since this place is very remote. And as we stand here, I was right. The only people in the store were a couple of other famous people trying to stay low-key or millionaires on vacation, and some ordinary people, I assume. I begrudgingly push the cart while Jade throws in whatever she thinks we need when a thought crosses my mind. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Jade? Yeah? Have you ever done Alfred? What the hell? No! She stops, a look of disgust plastered on her face. What made you even think of that? Alfred's a player, but we have a very professional relationship, and I think of him as a brother. Damn. I whistle in disbelief. Alfred may be obsessed with his job, but even that's not enough to get in the way of him and a hot secretary. You must be really good at your job, or you have a reputation for being bad in bed. She gasps in shock, slapping me in the arm. I'll have you know I'm great in bed. Will you let me test it out? I grin. Screw you! She retorts, stifling a laugh. When? I answer back, to which she just bursts out laughing. We continue shopping, and for some reason, I'm swiping my credit card to pay for all the crap that Jade chose and bought. All I can think about is how happy I am to know that she doesn't have any romantic feelings for Alfred, and I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be caring as much as I am.
Chapter 14. Jade. When I first requested this much-needed vacation, I never imagined that I would form an actual bond with Hollywood's most eligible bachelor, Apollo Hayes. But here I stand sharing a cabin with him for a week now. At first, I was quite certain that by the end of the week, I would have been charged with murder or frustrated homicide. Yet to my surprise, things have been pleasant. Sure, Apollo's still a bit of douche, but I mean that endearingly. We've done nothing but eat and hang out, which is by far the best way to spend a vacation. I didn't expect that I would enjoy Apollo's company so much with the size of his ego, but he's been really fun to be around the past few days. I yawn loudly as I stretch careful not to disturb the sleeping body next to me. I've finally decided to allow Apollo to have a place in the bed after his countless complaints about his stiff neck. The bed is big enough to fit both us anyway, and I started feeling guilty when I realized that this is his cabin after all. I turn around facing Apollo, whose eyes are still closed. He has one arm thrown loosely around my waist. This is always a big shock to me. I've woken up to this for a few days now. I take the time to admire his sleeping face, which is a lot more peaceful than his usual arrogant smirk. A lot of women prefer his usual bad boy exterior, But if they were to ever catch sight of him while sleeping, I guarantee that he won't be able to leave the house without 10 security guards or something. Not noticing the hand around my waist starting to tighten, I brush a few loose strands of his hair away from his face, only for his eyes to open, scaring the crap out of me. I quickly pull my hand to my side just as he pulls me in closer. "What you doing there, Jade?" He smirks. "Nothing," I answer, placing my hands on his chest for a little more distance between us. "That didn't seem like nothing," he points out. Damn him and his body clock that's in sync with mine. "You imagine things," I deny, finally able to release myself from his hold. "I'm going to make breakfast. Get your ass in the kitchen if you want to eat." I jump down the bed and almost run to the kitchen. I let out a shaky breath as I tie my hair into a loose bun, tugging the oversized shirt I had on a bit lower. I can't believe Apollo caught me staring at him while he was asleep. Stalker much? Opening the fridge, I take out the pack of bacon. I'm not really in the mood to think what to eat for breakfast, so he's just going to have to settle with a few strips of bacon and probably some cereal. I go to grab the milk, only to find it empty. "God damn it, Apollo! I told you if something's empty, just throw it away. We don't need trash in the fridge," I yell out, shaking my head. "The milk's fine. There's still a bit left," he answers back. This dumb son of a bitch. "Yeah, enough for a capful, maybe." I take the empty carton of milk and throw it in the garbage. "You better buy me some milk later." Closing the refrigerator, I open the pack of bacon and start cooking, still a little hung up on the milk. I really want my milk, but guess that's not happening today. "We'll pick up some milk later. I'm also out of shaving cream," Apollo says as he enters the kitchen, making his way to stand behind me with a hand resting on my waist. I don't know how this began, but Apollo and I have fallen into this routine that is very similar to that of a married couple. Is he aware of this? I'm not so sure, but I can't bring myself to complain. "What are you cooking?" "Bacon. Sit down. I'm almost done," I order. "Okay, bossy." He pouts. After we finish breakfast and clean up, we move to the living room where we're watching some random film that he has starred in. Although I can't really bring myself to focus on the storyline, with his hands on my head, massaging the life out of it. I'm currently tucked under one of his arms, with his muscles acting like a pillow. His fingers slowly play with my hair, and I don't think he even realizes just how close we've become, physically and metaphorically. It's really confusing for me to see how much we've grown closer in a week. Apollo isn't really the type of guy I would hang out with, much less date. But here I am cuddling with him while watching a movie he's in. When he agreed to let me stay, I didn't know what it will be for a week. I was expecting that it will be for a night, at worst 3 days. I promised myself that I would be out in 3 days. Which brings me to the reason why I was a bit cranky earlier this morning. My week is up. Our agreement has taken so long, and I've been enjoying myself too much to even begin looking for a new place to stay. I haven't checked in with any nearby hotels or even looked for a close Airbnb. I've been so caught up in this husband and wife scene I've got going on in my head. I completely forgot that we've known each other for a week and that he's a big shot movie star, and I'm his cousin's secretary. "Hey, Apollo?" "Yeah." "I think I overstayed," I state, not really knowing what to expect and why I even said something in the first place. He pauses the movie and looks down at me while I peer back at him. He appears to be in deep thought, but I don't know what is going on in his head. "You can just stay here for the rest of your vacation. It's not like it's a huge deal, besides I'd starve without you." He shrugs, playing the movie once again and turning his attention back to the screen. I grin as soon as I'm sure he doesn't catch my smile. I settle back into his arm comfortably as I do the same. "Great, because I haven't looked for any new places." "Thought as much. My cousin will kill me if you got kidnapped or something under my watch," he mumbles, still caught up in the show while I poke his side. "Admit it, you just care," I tease. I don't, he denies. I nod sarcastically, but I don't push the issue anymore. I don't really believe in the concept of soulmates, but Apollo is starting to make me want to change my beliefs.
Chapter 15. Apollo. Was it wrong that I told her that I want her to stay? I don't know. I said it without careful thought, and it just flew out of my mouth. But I don't regret it. Seeing Jade here, in my home, brings a smile to my face. To be honest, I like her companionship. I love her voice, I like the way she laughs, and the sound of it is like music to my ears. Just being with her makes this vacation or laying low worth my while. I was afraid that I would get bored, but not with Jade around. It's far from boring. She's one of the girls that you'll get what you see. What she shows you is the real her, and not someone she's portraying. Also, she's the first person who dared to kick me. It was a novel experience. Apollo, what are you looking at? Jade says as she waves her hands in front of me. You're staring at nothing. Oh. I gasp and look away from her. I guess I dozed off as I thought of her. You look like you're constipated or something, she tells me as she shakes her head. Anyway, thank you once again for letting me stay. I can save a lot of money. Jade's grinning at me, then shoots a peanut to her mouth. She flops on the sofa, turns on the television, tunes into Netflix, and puts her feet on the table. What are you doing? I growl at her as I put her feet to the floor. No putting feet on tables, lady. Jeez. She pouts and puts it back. You should take that stick out of your ass. That's not a good look on you. Here, have some peanuts. It's good for your brains and diet. I don't know if I'm going to laugh or not. Jade looks like a hooligan woman on the sofa. Her legs on the table, her eyes on the TV. This is just one of her perks. I might look irritated right now, but I like this. Jade's adorable. She's not plastic and doesn't act demure in front of me. Jade does whatever she wants and doesn't care what I say. The only problem is she's wearing shorts, and her legs are showing flawlessly. I can't seem to take off my eyes from it. When Jade raises her brow at me, I look away immediately and I sit beside her. Grab her peanut plate and takes a handful. Hey! She grabs it from my hand again. I laugh as I shove a fistful of peanut in my mouth. Her mouth opens widely and she grits her teeth, doing the same with her peanuts. What? This is a shoving contest? I ask her. I bought these peanuts and you're going to do this to me? She asks me, askance. Wrong, I tell her as I shove another mouthful. You took this from the food stand, but bought it with my money. Hey! She looks aggrieved and pouts. Where is your poise? How come they call you one of the most eligible bachelors, handsome and elegant? I can't see it. For your information, I am all those, I scoff. It's just that you're always like this. I can be a hooligan like you. I put her feet to the floor again, and she puts it back. We did it a few times. Then we stare at each other when there's no one willing to back down. Then, out of the blue, laughter erupts between us. I chuckle and shake my head. Damn, she's charming like this. I think she's so adorable, maybe because I don't encounter people like her a lot. All the people I know are in the show business and likes to act even in their real life. You'll never know who is real or not. I've met so many people that I can see a plastic person a mile away. I told her to stay because I want to see where this will go, and I kind of want to spend more time with her. She hasn't said anything if she's attracted to me, nor do I, but I can see it in her eyes. The look of need fills her brown eyes from time to time. I like her in a very genuine way. Not because she looks crazily hot or drop-dead gorgeous, but because of who she is. Doesn't mean I'm not attracted to her, though. Only God knows how much I crave and fantasize about her. I never liked anyone the way I do with her. Jade's a free spirit, a person who touches me in so many ways. I'm no hooligan, she grimaces. I can be ladylike, too. She turned away from me when she said the last sentence. I stare at her face, and it looks like I hit a sore spot there. You are a lady, I say to her. I'm telling the truth. Jade's a real lady with a heart. She smiles at me. I know you'll get through. She smiles so wide it almost reaches her eyes. It makes my heart race, putting it on overdrive. So yeah, I tell her, then I thought about acting upon the attraction that's been hanging on our heads for a while now. But my mind changes immediately. I want to take this slow. I want this to be special. Also, I have to make sure. This isn't like all my other games or play with the other girls. Then my mind wanders to my scandal. I really can't be involved with anyone this soon. I can't drag her, and I can't let myself fall head over heels since I'm only temporary here. We're 2 worlds apart. I close my eyes, pushing the previous thought away. What do you want to eat for dinner? Jade asks me while she puts a peanut in her mouth. Do you want to eat my marinated chicken? How about we go and have dinner outside? I ask her. The question flows out of my mouth like water. I didn't even think about it carefully. Dinner? Are you asking me out to a dinner date? Her eyes widen. Sure, I want to eat something fancy since you're paying. This is an opportunity for a lifetime. I chuckle. Jade can be very simple. Let's go later. Perfect.
Chapter 16. Jade. Is this your idea of a date? Wow! I giggle as I look around. We're in an open barbecue restaurant, not the usual private romantic place. This is more to the side of a friendly date, but not with the pressure surrounding us. There seems to be something in the air between us. I can feel it in my bones. This thing has been hanging on our heads. I look around. We're in the corner of this small restaurant, and Apollo's wearing a cap. Yeah, right, Apollo says, grinning, then takes a big bite out of his pork barbecue. He has this huge smile on his face, licking the sauce on his lips. Damn. It makes me want to have a taste of the sauce on Apollo's lips. He's really tempting, but I rein my urges in. One of these days, I might not be able to stop myself. Let's drink some wine, beer, or whatever is available, Apollo says to me. Hard liquor will be nice. I grin at him. It's a perfect partner for a barbecue. Whiskey it is, Apollo replies. He orders it. I'm not much into it, but I can probably down a few glasses. Don't tell me to carry you when you get wasted. I just laugh. But his words came true. Damn it, I can barely stand on my 2 feet. Yo, yeah. I giggle as I wave my hands. We didn't bring my car, so it's okay. He has a driver and a car ready at any time. Stop wailing. Apollo squints his eyes at me and captures my waist. We tumble inside the car and almost faceplant on the seat. I cackle while he sniffs my hair. He's also inebriated. The driver helps us to sit down. Hey, driver, I say and smile, then slumps on the seat once more. I don't know how long was the drive, but we arrived safely. The driver deposited us in front of the house and left. Hey, Apollo gestures me to come closer to him, and I did. I gaze at his handsome face twirling my hair. You need to put it in, I tell him. To my eyes, he looks extra handsome under the dim light of the moon. There's something surreal about it. What do I put in? He growls as he gives me a once-over. Then he sidles closer to me, looking at me intently but timidly like waiting for me to push him. I giggle and slaps his arm, rubbing his shoulders unintentionally. Nope, not at all. You need to push it in the hole, I say to Apollo. It's his turn to chuckle. It's very manly. Hole, the good old hole, he murmurs. What hole? The hole, I repeat. You don't even know what a hole is? How many did you drink? Stupid. I know a lot of holes. Particularly a hole. Apollo frowns as he slurs. What hole is that again? I walk closer to the door. and stares at the knob. Yeah, I'm a genius, I shout. I know the hole, the keyhole. Oh, that hole. I thought it's an another hole, Apollo stutters. I can't find my keys. Let me, stupid, I say in a soft voice. I grope in Apollo's huge jacket looking for the key. Oh, I react. This key is really huge. That's not the key. Oh, Apollo groans. Don't twist it like that. That's for another usage. Oh, I see. I laugh and finally got the key. Ta-da! That's it, he growls as he grabs it from my hand. As if there's a miracle, he successfully inserts the key in one try. I get in first and he follows after me. Good night. I plan to leave immediately, but he grabs my hand. Are you interested in the usage of the huge key earlier? Apollo grins like a cat that ate the canary. His face is red. What? I like the way he holds my hand. Heat travels from him to me. The kind that gives so much pleasure when inserted, Apollo laughingly says. Oh, that kind. I move closer to him in one step. Care to demonstrate? And that's where we're going to put a pause on pleasure.
It looks like the rest of this chapter is just too naughty to put on the air.
As much as we love to share every little detail, we've got to stick to this platform's guidelines to keep these free audiobooks coming.
They've got some rules about what we can show, and we wouldn't want to risk losing the chance to bring you more content.
As frustrating as it is to build the tension only to be interrupted, Miss Tyler always knows how to make it up to you.
You can find the full, uncut scene over at tylerwalker.com.
With an entire library of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks, Miss Tyler's collection is waiting for you.
And if you use code SAVE40, you'll get 40% off any digital product, even on bundles that are already discounted.
So don't let the fun stop here. Head over to tylerwalker.com and treat yourself with Miss Tyler.
Chapter 17. Apollo. I feel something heavy on my arm. I frown and try to move it away, but I remember the happenings from last night. My eyes open abruptly, only to see Jade's sleeping, beautiful face. This is the first time that I felt so many jumbled emotions during and after lovemaking. My heart races as I look at her. Then I notice the intricate shape of her face. It's drawn to perfection by God. For me, she's really exquisite, like her name, Jade. I straighten the frown that mars her beauty. I trail the tip of my finger touching her brow smoothly for fear of waking her up. Its natural arc adds to her elegance. I smile as my naughty finger brushes against her smooth cheek. Damn, this finger was so naughty last night. All the traces of alcohol is out of my system, even though the hangover is still killing me. But I'm used to the pain by now. I brush a finger against the tip of her nose, smiling and fighting the urge to pinch it. She's so cute when she tries to bat my hand away. I chuckle in a low voice. She moans and moves away from me. But I hold on to her, not letting her go away from me. She smells lovely in the mornings, too. I wiped her body last night. Personally did it. I even wanted to bathe Jade, but she refused. Maybe it felt so intimate to her. Well, what happened to taking it slow? Last night wasn't slow, it was incredibly too fast. She's so amazing. You're wonderful, I say softly. My God, you're one of a kind. Usually, when I do women, I don't let anyone stay until morning or allow the person to stay in my arms. I'm not a cuddler, but Jade makes me want to do it. She makes me want to try things because it feels so good. I caress her lips with my hand and her little tongue touches it. My breath falters. Vixen, I murmur as I get down the bed. She's still seducing me even when she's asleep. I walk to the bathroom, comfortable in my nakedness. I'm Apollo Hayes, titled the third hottest man alive. Yeah, deal with it. After I'm done showering, I go down to cook breakfast. But the problem is, I don't know how to make it. I tried before, but I burned the food and Jade made a laugh out of it. I was teased about my incompetency. What should I do? I ask myself as I tap on the counter, looking at the available food. Maybe I can cook eggs? Nope. Last time I made a mess out of it. I sigh. What to do? Make smoothies. But she doesn't like smoothies. Prepare an all-fruit breakfast, but is there breakfast like that? Can you call it one? I frown. What's up? Jade's voice shakes me out of my reverie. She's standing near the door, wearing my t-shirt. It's too large for her, but looks so hot on her. Hey, I say in a gruff voice. Go back to bed. I want to prepare you a breakfast in bed, babe. She raises her brow at me and sachets to me. And how will you do that? Jade arrives in front of me and leans towards me seductively. She grabs the knife from my hands and slaps my ass. I jump. Hey! I grab her waist, caging her within my arms. She giggles. Let me serve you. Oh, you can serve me so many times and in many ways. Just not this one, Jade whispers as she kisses my lips softly and cunningly, pinch my side. I let go of her. Naughty. I chuckle and try to grab her, but she raises the ladle. Let me cook, she tells me and pushes me to the chair. She straddles me. I thought you were going to cook, I groan as she rubs her crotch against mine. I am, she says to me as she grabs the strawberry jam behind me. What did you think? She chuckles as she goes back to whatever she's doing before. I watch her as she expertly breaks the eggs and seasons it. Then she heats up the pan. Jade cooks so expertly. I love it! Teach me. I capture her waist and place my chin on her shoulders. Jade lovingly swipes a jam on my nose and laughs. I'm serious. I let go of her and glares, trying to look angry. Then I grab the other jam and rubs it on her neck. Well, it wasn't my destination, but it's okay. Jade runs away really fast. Stop, I'm cooking, she tells me as she raises both hands in surrender. Then whose fault is this? Mine? I ask her while I place jams on my fingers, dipping it inside the bottle. I wave it in front of her. She pouts and jumps towards me. I thought she'll run away. She catches me by surprise. I love jams, baby. Jade snakes her legs around my waist, and I support her with one hand, the one without the jams. She grabs my other hand and licks every finger clean. This will teach you not to mess with me. She sucks it cleanly, and she left me mesmerized and unable to react. I swallow my drool visibly. Time for the eggs, babe. Not yours, though. She winks at me and continues with the eggs she's been frying. I shake my head and end up behaving at the side, watching her perform her magic. I can't keep my gaze off her because she's all I can see, and no one else. A few minutes later, I'm placing the plates. We're ready to eat. There are waffles and eggs. Jade looks like she's in heaven as she eats the waffle with dippings of apple jam. I really want to eat too, but from her mouth. This is good, I say to her when I eat the waffle with eggs. Yep, glad that you loved it, she says to me as she takes a bite of another slice. This is yours. I bring food to her mouth, which she accepts. We just stare at each other as we eat, like love-struck fools. I think I am. Then out of the blue, loud banging on the front door destroys our moment. I'll get it, I tell her. I'm annoyed as to who this person is. Who? I open the door intending to punch the person if he or she doesn't have a valid reason for destroying my moment. The face of my manager appears. And hell, from the looks of him, I know this is bad news he's bringing. Crap! You think you can catch me? You think you can tame me?
Oh, I know I can. And you know it too, baby.
I gotta tell you, you're not the first to try.
But don't worry, baby. I'll be the last.
With sass like that, maybe I'll be the one that needs to tame you.
Let's cut to the chase, big boy. What you selling me?
Your appetite is big AF. I have just the thing that'll satisfy you.
Oh, really? And what's that?
Over 120 hours of romance audiobooks. Brought to you by Tyler Walker Romances in the Big AF Audio Bundle.
120 hours? That sounds amazing.
Your knees won't work afterwards if I do my job right.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Well, I can keep this promise. Because these audiobooks are unabridged with all the spicy scenes that will make you put your earbuds on. You know, Tyler can get freaky because she marked the bundle down by 69% for a limited time.
I can't wait to take this bundle for a ride.
Visit tylerwalker.com and get this audio bundle. Just don't start listening if you're going to be cooking dinner, because you might just forget to feed your family.
tylerwalker.com. Escape your life with Tyler.
Chapter 18, Apollo. When I open the door, I'm surprised to see my manager. Damn it, my intention of punching anyone who is on the other side flies out the window. My manager's fuming red face is not a welcome sight, but not reason enough for me to punch him. Never. My hold on the door tightens, not willing to let him see Jade, who is only wearing my shirt. I don't even want her to hear whatever my manager is going to say. It's not going to be nice. It's my sixth sense telling me about it. What? You won't even let me in? He asks me as he raises his brow and tries to take a peek inside. I bar his sight, not allowing him to get a glimpse of Jade. Are you really going to do this here? He asks me, and he looks seriously angry. He's even breathing erratically. Apollo, what's taking you so long? I hold my breath when I hear Jade's voice. I listen to the pitter-patter of her beautiful feet as she walks closer to me. My body straightens and my muscles turn taut. Nothing, I reply to her, but she's already touching my back. Jade peeks from my shoulders. Nothing? I think you should invite him in, Jade says as she caresses my arm and drags me away from blocking the door. I want to say something, but I shut my mouth. I notice my manager eyeing Jade like she's some kind of specimen. I grit my teeth. The look in my manager's eyes, I don't like it. He looks at Jade the same way he does with my other women. Those women that are only playthings to me. I shield Jade from his scrutinizing eyes. Jade looks worried. I grasp her hand, placing her behind me. I will never allow Jade to receive the open fire from his mouth. When are you going to fix your habit of collecting women? I must admit this one is different from all the others. The bastard scoffs and a mocking jeer appears on his mouth. My manager is a freaking bastard. Can't he see that I'm serious this time? Can't he see that this is not like those other times? He's my friend too. I glance at Jade and notices her pale face. My hold on her hand tightens. Let me go, she whispers. I refuse. I won't let her go. Apollo, let go. I won't, I tell her. There's no letting go with you. Jade frowns at me while she tries to tug her hands back. I think you need to talk to your manager, she tells me. Even if you don't say it, I know. I can see that this man is here to talk about things that will affect your career. I don't know what exactly happened, but I stop her from talking as I kiss her in front of my manager. Don't go, I plead. Don't stay with me here. What's this? My manager asks, frowning. I don't see any reason why you would do this. We're talking about important things. You should let your fling, bed partner, bed warmer, whatever you call her to leave. Jade gasps. I can hear the pain in it, even though she doesn't say a thing. If you don't respect her, you're the one that will be leaving. Jade's not someone that you can disrespect. I don't want to hear this from you, I say, full of authority. Jade's irreplaceable in my life, and my manager is only a paid employee that I can replace any time. A friend as well, but I have no use with one who treats me like this. We might have worked together for so long, but I don't really care. Before, I tolerated this character of his because he's only thinking about me, but this time, this is too much. What? He frowns, but apparently he sees the light and mellows his look and voice. Okay, I don't want to fight with you now. We have important matters to discuss. Get to the point, I say to him. Don't run around the place. I know, he says and looks at Jade. I glare at him. What? All I want to say is that this is partly because of her. Well, you're the main reason, though. Your picture and hers are on the internet. What kind of pictures? I ask when Jade stiffens. My mind's running a mile a minute on what the pictures are. Our pictures? Jade asks. Yes, my manager sighs. You're both together outside, laughing and having fun. What's the problem with that? Those are only simple, ordinary pictures, I say. I kind of like it that the people know that Jade's with me. Are you out of your mind? He shouts in a shrill voice. Don't you know the implications of those pictures? Jesus! Your scandal's still fresh, and now you have another woman. I gasp. Crap. The scandal slipped off my mind. Holy hell. Oh God, Jade says. Scandal! You don't know? I ask. I'm sorry. I see, that's why you're here. Well, I never asked. She's taking this calmly. Are you... maybe... an... Jade cuts me off. I think I don't have the right to comment on that. I wasn't in your life before, she tells me. What a short but reassuring answer. No fuss and no questions. Thank you, I reply. Come on, can you make eyes later? The unwelcome third party here says. I think you should know that people are digging Jade's information. People are going crazy. Crap, I curse. Why the hell can't they leave my life alone? What am I going to do now? Jade gasps and asks me. This isn't good. I'm sorry I drag you down, I tell her as I grasp her hands. Did you want this? Not, right? Let's think of a solution, Jade says and looks at my manager. I like that mindset of yours. You're pretty smart, he tells Jade. You see, I have the perfect solution. What? Jade and I say in chorus. Leave Apollo, he replies. Cut this off no matter what this is. Jade grabs her hand back, letting go of me. I gaze at her face. She looks sad and about to cry, but she has a resolute look. I guess this will happen sooner or later. This is better. Jade stands up. I'll leave immediately. My heart aches when I hear her decision. Am I that easy to let go? I feel hurt. I don't want to see her for now, so I let her walk away. But I get a glimpse of her tears. She's hurt too. Jade, please, don't leave me! I shout as I grab her towards me before she can enter our room. Baby, please, don't leave.
Chapter 19. Jade. This is what I was talking about. These things won't last, especially when there was no promise made, nor any talks of relationship. I can hear the death toll of this game we're playing, but it certainly is no game to me. I don't know about Apollo. I had the feeling that he has something for me, but he didn't say anything. And he won't now that his manager is here. He won't choose me over his career. Never. No sane man will ever do. My heart aches for him and for us. And my body shudders at the thought of leaving. But this is the right thing to do. I'm sane enough to accept the fact that we can never be. You've had your fun. Be a big girl and don your pants. I repeat this in my mind, over and over. I guess this will happen sooner or later. This is better. I feel insanely calm as I bottle every bit of emotion I have. I'll leave immediately. There's time for tears later, maybe with a gallon of ice cream in hand and a sad movie that will relate to me. Each step I take is the same time a crack appears in my bottle. Apollo didn't say anything, nor did he try to stop me. The tears that I've been holding up starts to fall, one by one, until I have to wipe it. God, I can't cry in front of him. No, can't do. I clench my hands. I'm a big girl. Big girl. Big girl. I repeat the words like it's my motto, which will probably become one officially in this upcoming month and more to come. Jade, please, don't leave me. I don't know how Apollo manages to get close to me and drags me to him. Baby, please, don't leave. What are you doing? I try to move away, but his arms are caging me in. He won't let me get away and captured me. Don't leave. I can hear the raw pain in his voice. Please don't go. I don't know what to say to you and how to convince you, but I really love you. You love me? I question him, feeling disbelief about his declaration. How and when? I love you. And I don't know how it happened nor when it happened, Apollo replied as he kisses the tip of my nose. I can't believe it. Are you sure? I ask him. My goodness. I never expected this. I love him, but I never thought he felt the same way as I do. It's such a surprise. A blessing, to say the least. God, I can't believe this. His words are slowly sinking in my consciousness. My love for him spreading like wildfire all over me. I'm sure. Apollo kisses me on the lips tenderly, and when my lips move in to reciprocate, his hold on me tightens, and the kiss turns ferocious. We forget where we are and that we have an audience. Andrew's hands cup my ass, and I tiptoe, giving him more access to my mouth, my hands on Apollo's neck. We kiss with all the passion that we can muster, our wild desire for each other overtaking us. The feeling of intrinsic belongingness feels so right with the two of us. Ahem, a sound shatters my concentration on Apollo, but he grabs my face back. I sink into the kiss once more. What the hell? Apollo! His manager shouts, stopping us effectively. You're ignoring me. Apollo smiles at me, and his forehead is against mine. I love you too, I whisper back to him. I know. He caresses my lips. I love you more than you'll ever know. Well, I love you more, I say to him as our gazes lock. He's about to say something, but his manager forcefully separates us. Stop this. You're making me go crazy. His manager grabs his hair in frustration. We have a pressing matter in hand, but you're flirting in front of me like bunnies. Oh, I'm sorry, Apollo says as he shields her behind her, but there's no tone of apology in his voice. His manager frowns. Wait, I don't even know his name, and we've been talking here for a while now, but I think it's not necessary, right? I sigh and stands in front of Apollo. I don't think that you should tell Apollo what to do. After all, it's his career we're talking about, I tell him. Whatever your name is, I know your concern, but don't you think that he still has a right? You can call him Mark, babe. Apollo has a smile on his face as he holds my hand. I won't give up Jade, nor will I leave her. I won't let her go too. Even if she breaks up with me, I'll pursue her. The public can just accept it, Apollo announces. Mark looks aghast. I raise my chin, showing him my stance. His eyes on me become calculative. I think we can market this. The great Apollo, the third hottest man alive, bad boy extraordinaire, found his match. Perfect. Apollo frowns. I think it's okay. We can solve this without any fuss and peacefully, I say to Apollo. Well, that is if you're okay with this. I mean, telling the world? I'll do anything, Apollo says to me as he captures my chin. He's about to launch to his tirade again about loving me, but Mark stops him. Okay, let's schedule an interview, people. Let's make this official, Mark interrupts. Let's do this, he replies. Ready? Never been ready, I say breathlessly. Wow, so you're saying that he brought you to an open barbecue restaurant for your first date? The host asks me. I smile at her, and the people around us cheers. They came here to support Apollo, and strangely, me. I also didn't miss the tone of envy in her voice. I grab Apollo's hand. He looks at me with a smile on his handsome face. Damn, did I save the world in my last life? I'm so happy. Apollo's crisp laughter reverberates in the studio. Well, that was really not planned on my part. Next time, I'll certainly bring Jade somewhere romantic. Apollo kisses my palm without breaking eye contact with me. This is just great, the host says. I think I hear wedding bells. What are your plans for the future? Wedding bells are still too early, I reply as I laugh. When it comes to love, there's no early or later. Apollo gathers me closer to him. I love you, baby. I love you too, I reply to him. The people's cheering almost made me deaf, but I don't really care. Apollo is the love of my life. Chapter 20, Jade. There are so many people, especially the paparazzi. I murmur as I peek outside. I breathe deeply, trying to calm down. Whose idea was it to have a celebrity wedding? This is what I wanted to avoid the most. Paparazzis is so not my thing. I really want to hide somewhere and bury my head. Do you want to run away? A sultry voice whispers in my ears, but it only made me jump in fright. Crap! I shout as I smash the bouquet on Apollo's face. Luckily, he manages to capture my hand. Oh God, how can you just appear out of nowhere? And you're not supposed to be here. How did you get in? Apollo points at the side door. I frown. There's a saying that you can't see the bride before the wedding, or else the marriage will not happen. Does he not want to marry me anymore? I glare at him, and Apollo only grins. You and your superstitions. Apollo pinches my nose. I grumble as I try to push his hand away, or he might just erase my beautiful makeup. I've heard that it will be unforgettable if someone will do the bride before the wedding. It will be something that the bride will remember forever. Apollo says, It's going to be exciting, baby. He sounds like we're having an illicit affair behind my husband-to-be. I roll my eyes at his provocation. Well, that is, if the man isn't your husband-to-be, and if he is a lousy lay. As for you, don't you think that we should save the session for tonight? I might just get tired of you. I grin. That's not going to happen, baby, Apollo murmurs as his tongue licks my ears, making my blood sing in anticipation. You know me and my package. I giggle as I smack his arm playfully. Apollo? Apollo? Where are you, crap? The groom ran away. I hear people shouting outside my dressing room. Go out now, or else. People will think that you ran away. I push him out. He gives me a flying kiss, and I giggle like a teen. That's my darling, don't be nervous, Apollo says as he walks away. Look at that. My Apollo is just so considerate. He was only here to cheer me up and check up on me. Bride, get ready. It's time, the coordinator announces at me. I take a deep breath and walk out of the dressing room. This is it, my ultimate dream. Mrs. Hayes, Apollo murmurs in my ears. It sounds so amazing. Is it? I ask as I turn to him. He hugs me tightly. We're in our room. The reception didn't even finish yet, but he dragged me away already. Of course, nothing will sound better. He kisses the tip of my nose. I smile and remember the wedding. It was beautiful, even magical. He gave me the best wedding. Actually, the marriage of the century. It's what people call it. But as for me, it's only the wedding of two people in love. A marriage that will tie two lives, souls, and hearts forever. I hate to put a stop to a good time, but it looks like we've hit this platform's limit for spiciness.
This platform's got some rules we have to play by if we want to keep giving you these stories for free.
And trust me, this scene isn't something you want to miss.
While we can't get into all the details here, you can still dive into the full, uncut version at TylaWalker.com.
Miss Tyla has an entire collection of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks waiting for you.
And the best part? You can treat yourself with 40% off when you use the code SAVE40.
That's right. You'll save on any digital product, even bundles that are already discounted.
Miss Tyler would never let anyone feel the kind of disappointment you must be feeling right now.
So why wait? Treat yourself with Miss Tyler.